talk about the song you heard before that, which was Free Now, which is, in my opinion, the most important song on the whole album. And I say this for one reason and one reason only. I think that there's so many different feelings on this album, and this song does such a wonderful job of encapsulating all of the varying feelings on this album into one song. Whether that be anger, frustration, joy, denial, and ultimately resolution and acceptance at the end. She does such a wonderful job in incorporating all of those emotions into one singular song. As you've heard, it's kind of just her saying she knows what's best for her in the long run, even if it's hurting her in the current moment. So while in the current moment, she clearly is expressing her sadness and how she feels stagnant and like she'll never get over this heartbreak. She knows that come, a couple months, couple years, she'll be a-okay and she'll be happy with where she's at. It kind of is a calm, steady beat to start, which I think is really symbolic of typically how one feels after a breakup or the end of a complicated situation. It's kind of calm and you're kind of starting to figure yourself out again, and then the bridge really escalates. That's where it gets good. It's a shame that I caught you at a bad time. It's a shame that I memorized your outline. So this is where she starts to get kind of frustrated. It kind of amps up in the backing vocals and the backing tracks. It's a shame that it had to end this way, considering that she knows this person so well and she was so in love with this person, and it's a shame that it has to end in such a bittersweet way. But it kind of transitions to her feeling freedom and power in her decision, knowing she kind of did the right thing and having that weight lifted off your shoulders. I think this song is a perfect example of not knowing yourself outside of a relationship, and once that relationship ends, you discover a lot about yourself, and you also start to discover some bad things about the relationship that maybe you weren't previously aware of, which is just a really powerful and eye-opening thing. She's also wishing the best for her past partner, I feel like, but moving forward with her life and also acknowledging that that relationship shaped a large part of who she is. So regardless of how upset or kind of melancholy she feels about the whole thing, she knows that this was a formative part of her identity, and she learned a lot from the relationship, good or bad, about herself and about love in general, which is really empowering. And that's why I think it's the most important song on the album. 10